This is a First Alert 5 weather alert.
Snow on June the 9th in southern Colorado? Why not, right? And here is a look at that wintry weather that fell this morning around Woodland Park in Teller County. Our very own Jessica Beretta was out live during our morning shows and reported slick and wet roadways. Now that the sun is out and temperatures are much warmer, you can see that most of the snow is beginning to melt away. So if you live in that area, you're likely seeing the grass already coming back out after picking up several inches of the white stuff early this morning. Let's show you some of the snow reports from earlier today. Impressive divide, up over 4 inches of snow. Woodland Park, where it's stuck on the grassy surfaces and elevated surfaces, seeing 4 inches here. Seeing about 3 at Cripple Creek, just about 3 inches in Florissant, just about 2 for Monument, and about 1.5 inches of snow in Black Forest. Now, in addition to the snow, we did pick up some beneficial, maybe drought-busting type of rains out here, especially out east into the plains, out towards Crowley County, Otero County, Bent County. You can see some of the totals there, up over 1/2 inch out towards La Junta and Lyman. Lamar doing pretty well as in addition there with picking up just over 4/10 of an inch. Now that system is continuing to wind down here in the Centennial State, but still bringing some rain and some wind out there for areas to our east. So still getting some rain for those eastern border counties. And where it is raining, where the clouds are in place, we're also still seeing quite a bit of wind. Now for us in the Pikes Peak region, finally seeing some sunshine, and that sun is really giving us a late push with the afternoon temperatures. Most of today we're only in the 40s and 50s, just the past couple of hours, finally seeing some 60s, but still dealing with that wind. And I know we've seen a lot of wind fatigue for many residents here, as it's been windy since pretty much last weekend. In Pueblo, not even up to 70 at the current temperature. Right now sitting at 69 with variable winds here under 10 miles per hour. Canyon City, nice and mild at 70 with sunshine there. 54 for Rye, 60 in Walsenburg. Some of the coolest air out in those areas east where we're still seeing some clouds and some precipitation. And it's a big difference now versus yesterday at this time in those eastern border counties. You can see it's more than 30 degrees colder than yesterday for Lamar, down south towards Springfield. La Junta running at about 24 degrees cooler. Trinidad almost 30 degrees cooler. And even in the Springs, running about 14 degrees cooler now than this time yesterday. And the wind, the most powerful gusts beginning to ease up. Some of these areas right here across the Kansas-Colorado state line still under a high wind warning until 6 o'clock. You can see that right here. Some occasional gusts, probably up near 50 to 60, but I think the wind, the strongest part, is behind us. We start to see some improving weather conditions even out in those areas in the plains over the next, say, 3 to 5 hours. Looking at your planner forecast on Wednesday, lots of sunshine. It's really going to be a beautiful day out there. Now, it will be chilly in the morning, so if you brought in the plants over the past couple of nights because of the wind and some of the cold temperatures, I would keep them in for one more night. You can probably put them back out heading into Wednesday afternoon. So very cold out there in the morning. Many of the mountain towns, even the Palmer Divide, could see near freezing temperatures. We warm up nicely, though, under the influence of high pressure and lots of sunshine. That's going to push us up at least a good 10 to 15 degrees from what we saw today. I think we're back into the 80s around Pueblo, out east into the plains. Should see some mid to upper 70s around the Springs and Canyon City. Now, with the coldest air in the San Luis Valley, we do have a hard freeze warning in effect overnight from 2 to 8 a.m. These areas could see temperatures down to the upper 20s. And we see that as a look at your forecast. 28 degrees the overnight low in Alamosa, 38 Salida will be at 33 Woodland Park, 39 in the Springs and 43 in Pueblo. And tomorrow the warm up begins. The good news here, if you want those warmer temperatures back in the mix, they're back in no time. You can see by Friday, back up to the mid 80s in the Springs. Not a whole lot of moisture moving into southern Colorado over the next 7 days. I think our next best chance comes in on Saturday with possibly just an isolated storm chance on Sunday. Pueblo, generally dry skies with temperatures heating up once again. We are back to the 90s by Friday and those mid 90s, the hot stuff sticking around heading into next week. Canyon City will see refreshing upper 70s on Wednesday. Lows and highs both warm up as we make our way to the weekend where we have 90s in the forecast with some spotty thunderstorms. And for Woodland Park, mild and great the next couple of days. Nice weather to do some camping and get outside, maybe clean up some of the debris that was thrown around the yard because of all that wind. Thunderstorms, though, back in the forecast by the upcoming weekend.